So we all know that the system is made to make everybody who's bad with finances go in debt. And guess who's the biggest consumer out there? Women are. And we've all heard of women math, of girl math, right? I'm guessing it has something to do with this, why a lot of these girls are going broke. Let's see.
A woman without money is a woman without power.
Grab a notebook, grab a cup of tea.
Why?
Oh, hey girl. And your listening ears, because this is important.
I am 22 years old and I am in $91,300 worth of debt and I am filing Chapter 7 bankruptcy today.
Some of these ladies out here,
What's
bro,
Chapter 7? What?
Bro, they don't got any money, bro.
I mean, he's not wrong. Something very odd is going on. A conspiracy, if you will. And on the surface, it makes no sense. Why, at the exact moment us women gained the most financial power we've ever had in the history of civilization, have the girls been more broke than ever? Bankrupt at 20.
Filed for bankruptcy yesterday. It's not funny. It's kind of funny.
Morning everyone, my name is Sierra and I am filing for Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Alright y'all, it's officially been a year since I
Everybody's talking about bankruptcy like it's this normal modern era thing that has to be accepted. Also, the girl that mentioned, why are we suddenly working as women and now we're broke? A lot of people have told me the feminism only existed because men or businesses wanted to have more employees and more people to, you know, go in debt eventually. And now the system is already it is right now. I don't know how true that is, but it's something interesting to think about.
bankruptcy.
As you can see, I am going to the lawyer's office to file for bankruptcy.
Thousands of dollars of
Great.
debt before 30. Fake luxurious lifestyles with empty bank accounts. The girls
Why?
aren't getting rich. The girls are going broke.
Why?
Picture this. It's Monday night. You're at home, you're bored, scrolling TikTok or Instagram, and an ad pops up. Some beautiful girls showing off their beautiful bodies and their new activewear, or some other glowing girl showing off her glistening skin using her new skincare range, or your favorite fashion influencer posts a story showing off her new $500 coat for winter or new shoes. You're already
So instead of going to the gym and eating healthy, which, you know, it's not that fucking expensive compared to buying 100 chemicals to put on your face and pills, you're gonna choose the chemicals and pills, and you're not gonna choose the gym and healthy food. Like, come on, man. Also, how many people are buying takeout and DoorDash these days? Trust me, being healthy, eating and buying healthy food is gonna be much cheaper for most young people. I'm talking about men and women out here, okay?
bored, you're already subconsciously looking for a dopamine hit. So what do?
Yeah.
You go to that online shop. You don't even need to leave your couch. I mean, you probably don't have the money to spend on a $500 coat on a whim, but it's okay. You'll just afterpay it.
Why $500
$21
coat?
per month instead of a $500 hit up front seems so small, so doable, so easy. And you'll get that gorgeous coat straight away. You'll feel that buzz, that little burst of excitement. Yay, something shiny and new.
Super excited.
I'm so
Like,
pissed.
that was fun. Let's do that again.
Girl math is when you use Afterpay for
There we go. I knew it.
everything. So when you buy a $100 pair of shoes and you only have to pay $25 that day, and then the pair of shoes show up at my apartment 3 days later, the shoes are $25. Why do I care if in 2 months I have to pay another $25? I don't know.
You're so fucking dumb. Oh my god. Why are people use a debit card, don't use credit cards, and don't do like buying shoes at $25 some. I get leasing or financing a car, right? If you don't have the finances, I'm against that shit, okay? I watch people fuck up their finances for cars they can't afford, and it's funny as fuck. Really, this? I hate going shopping. I go shopping maybe twice or 3 times a year, okay? I just buy one of the same stuff, the same like hoodie, 5 of them. I'm set for the whole winter, right? I'm gonna get a black t-shirt, gonna buy 10 of them, set for the whole summer and spring, right? I can wear a black t-shirt to the gym, to a party, cafe, at home. I can do anything with it, right? 10 bags. Also, $100 for shoes isn't a lot. That's a normal standard price for shoes these days, okay? Even me, from the poor country I come from, even that's a standard these days. You shouldn't be...
me 2 months from now, she can deal with that.
And before you know it, you've racked up hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars of debt because you are bored and looking for a dopamine hit, and social media has become a sly form of advertising and shopping and entertainment, all wrapped up into one very dangerous...
We live in the age of social media, internet, and we're bored, and we fill up our boredom with shopping. What the fuck did people do for entertainment before electricity? You guys are fucking insane. You need people, man. You need people to do stuff with.
I'm like
you need socializing
because I don't even think that Afterpay like counts. Like Afterpay doesn't count because you're not paying it right then and there. So it's like not a purchase.
Tell the truth. Is that you? Look me in the eye. Stop. At the risk of sounding like your very stern grandmother, shopping should never be used as a form of entertainment or something to do when you're bored. That is a brilliant way of overspending and going into debt fast. The idea of buy now, pay later is not new. It's been around for decades. But back then, you actually had to fill out a bunch of paperwork and prove your income and ability to repay the money. Now, the lure of buy now, pay later is right there on your phone or laptop. No fiddly paperwork involved. So easy, it's almost criminal. And then you realize that a whole new world has opened up. You can buy basically everything on your lust list without even needing the money.
Who thought of this whole system? Like buy now, pay later? That person deserves to go to fucking hell. If that person is already dead, I hope they're in hell. I don't believe in hell, but I hope maybe it exists, okay? I'm going to hell if it exists. Either way.
Pay for it, so you buy it all. On Klarna, on Afterpay.
Here's what people don't understand about Klarna. This new form of micro debt has been packaged to us with
micro debt
and friendly wording. But let's call it what it is. It's debt.
You're delighted because now you have new skincare, new makeup, new outfits, and you spent hardly any money. It's fine, right? You can just... That's a problem that future you can deal with. Future you can pay the rest. You get that hit
you
of
deserve
dopamine,
it.
And you're barely out of pocket.
You fucked up.
It's a win-win, right?
You know what? I'm just gonna say it because I think we need to stop the hate and the stigma. I am a proud member of the Afterpay community. Being someone that has a raging shopping addiction, it just makes me feel better about...
Listen, men. And women. If you're looking at a person like this that says all of this shit, just run away. Never date him, okay? Never date them. Doesn't matter if you're rich or not, okay? You gotta be responsible with your finances. You never know when you're gonna need them for an emergency, for something big, okay? As you age, health problems creep up. A lot of these people don't give a fuck about health. They just eat whatever and they shop about everything. They never save for future emergencies, especially for health reasons.
all the money I'm constantly spending.
Fuck that.
For example, today I placed a Sephora order and it was like $170. You know how much better I felt about myself financially knowing that I was paying $43 today as opposed to paying $170 today? My shelves are full of makeup. I can't really mentally justify buying more makeup, but I mean, hey, it's only $43.
Then the next
Sell some of the makeup. Lower price, used, I guess. I don't know.
month rolls around and
Is that a
suddenly
bad
you're
idea?
hit with a bill and you get a bit of a shock. And then the next month rolls around and you've got another bill and so on and so on and so on until you're like, shit, I spent a lot of money and I don't got that money.
I have got a secret and it's about Klarna. Didn't realise how bad and easy it was.
£800?
Klarna, and now I owe them £800.
And it's
Nice.
such a scam. Here you are, buying everything your heart desires, treating it like self-care. You're making yourself happy in the moment until you realize that you are very in debt. You owe a lot of money. You have a lot of clothes and things and no money to pay your rent or buy food, feed your children.
I am a mum of two. Definitely I'm someone that just should not use Klarna, buy now, pay
You're somebody who should have never become a mom because of your finances. I'm not saying that you're a bad mom. I'm saying that you're indirectly gonna be a bad mom and fuck up basically your family because you're fucking up your finances.
later, clear pay, all those different things. And then I was
It's
getting
sad
to
for the
point where
kids.
I was still wanting to get a dopamine hit from spending, so I would just turn to Klarna. Every single month I was spending maybe like £300. The next month being like, oh, I've got that £300 to
I don't know if this is Irish or Scottish, but the accent is so fucking cool. No offense to Irish or Scottish people, I just can't tell the difference a lot of the times.
Just not realising how toxic
It's
it was,
Irish,
and how
right?
bad it was for how I managed my money.
I don't
A
know.
new dress or product is not worth that kind of stress. Honestly, you're smarter than that.
If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Afterpay
Yeah.
is not the answer.
Yeah.
We also acknowledge that for us girls, shopping has become a form of entertainment, which is hugely problematic for us.
Let's do some online shopping together and let's make it no budget. I'm going to a trip. Best believe we're gonna take advantage of that. Let's get nice and cozy because the girl is about to spend money. It's currently 7:59. See how much we spend and how long it takes us.
What feels like fun is
I
actually
wanted to
slowly
see.
ruining us financially, throwing us into debt with a full closet. Thankfully, not everyone is on a downward spiral of financial doom. And fortunately, saving money and being frugal and having a budget and investing is actually starting to become popular.
Don't bullshit me.
With influencers like Mia McGrath, who I adore, who coined the term frugal chic.
If you see yourself as very elegant, classy, and tasteful,
I
but
think
at the
I've
same
saw
time
her.
financially savvy and money-minded, then you may just be frugal chic. She's a girl that's chasing financial freedom, but not sacrificing style on the way there.
Encouraging her followers to live on
I sacrifice style. I don't spend that much money on clothes. Sorry, I just don't give a fuck that much. The most amount of money that I spend on, and I'm financially okay. I'm not poor, especially from where I am from my country. I'm pretty okay with my finances, but I rarely go shopping for clothes. I've got like 1 or 2 pairs of fancy clothing for like, I don't know, like if I'm gonna go to a date or a wedding, that's it. I don't give a flying fuck. And most of the money that I spend on is the gym, my bills, obviously, which is not that much because I don't live in very expensive for fucking shit, and food. That's it. And a haircut, maybe getting my eyebrows done.
Be
That's it.
intentional with your spending
I need
and
to
learn
get my
how
eyebrows
to
done.
invest.
If you want to start investing but you just don't get it, this is the video for you. You've probably heard a million people say you need to invest, but no one actually tells you how to do it.
To TikTokers with over 1 million followers who refuse to join the ranks of all the other broke influencers.
Call me cheap, call me boring, call me whatever you want, but I live by one rule, which is just because you can afford something doesn't mean you should be buying it. And I think that's exactly why most influencers go broke after a few years, because they're not intentional with their spending. And as someone who grew up with a family that struggled with money, moving constantly, having an addict parent, I experienced firsthand what it's like to go without, and I promised myself I would never let that be me or my future family. So yes,
See, a lot of people that grew up poor are horrible with their finances, and a lot of people that grew up poor are very good with their finances. It's the same if you grew up rich and now you don't have that much money, and you might be very responsible and you know how to deal with them and get the money up, or you just basically going in more debt. It's very individual. You can't blame anybody except yourself, right? It's become the same as food. If you want to indulge in shit, you're going to become fat and unhealthy, and you're going to have a lot of problems in the future. Same with money. If you're doing it for entertainment, you won't be able to pay your bills and you're going to become homeless.
with having over 1 million followers, I still buy drugstore makeup, still DIY my hair, my nails, my lashes, my tan, literally everything. I still wear fake ass jewelry.
Why do you need tans?
And it's not because I can't
Fake
afford
lashes.
these things now. I'm so grateful to be in the position where I do have money for them. But simply put,
Oh,
I
that's
don't want
fine.
to spend my money on it when I can do it myself and save. And I'm not at all ashamed to admit these things because I choose very wisely
agree
what
with
I do
this.
spend my money on.
Being financially
Hell yeah.
literate, getting your shit together, and having a budget and learning how to spend, save, and invest your money is not just responsible, it's sexy. Spending everything you make and then some, going into debt because you're bored and you need a dopamine hit, we've all been there, or buying expensive items that, let's be honest, you don't need. You probably don't even like if you stop and think about it. I mean, some of that stuff is bloody hideous. Just
Here's
to
the main
impress people
problem. A lot of these influencers, their whole influencing like business is about clothing and all of these products. So if they're not making enough money or sponsors and getting free stuff, they will have to buy and show off all of this stuff on TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram. And then for the business, they go in debt.
aren't even looking at you because we're all too focused on our
Business.
own lives. Is not cool. It's not luxurious. It's not aspirational. It's gonna get you into trouble.
Yeah.
Just my finances. Like the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing.
Never
I've
like that.
never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
I know I sound like I'm yelling
Nice.
at you and I'm lecturing you, but
I
it's
love
because
H&M.
I care. You know what's sexy as a woman? Being financially responsible for yourself. Girl math isn't cute. It's getting
I can second that as a man. When I see a woman being financially responsible, doesn't matter if she's making a lot of money or not. Us men don't give a fuck if you make a lot of money. Compared to how women see men, that's fine. But as long as you're financially responsible and you're not this like extreme and retarded, you want to buy expensive shit clothing all the time, it is more attractive. Okay, I see that this girl and I think, hey, I might become very rich in the future or very poor. And and I know she's gonna be a reliable asset, not a burden to my finances. You know, same for me with her.
Getting you into trouble, putting you into debt, or making you feel like I don't need to learn about finances. I'm just a girl.
Last week, I put $20 on my Starbucks card.
Feminism.
That's free money. That's not
Makes
my
no
money,
sense.
okay? So I go to Starbucks and I buy a $6 drink.
Okay.
That drink is free. That's girl math.
I'm Canadian and I'm going shopping across the border in the States, so I exchanged.
That's the same way men think when they're financing a car for like how many 100 months I've seen, which is insane.
The money for Americans, so everything I buy today will be free because not only am I paying in cash, but this isn't my currency, so it's like Monopoly money.
I love that we're all loving girl math so much. If you buy something with cash, especially if it was found in a pocket and you didn't know you had it, it's free. Girl math. If you return something and the money gets put on a gift card and then you spend the gift card later, also free. Girl math.
No, having your shit together is the goal.
Girl math to me is a complete fucking scam, and you can't convince me otherwise. Look, I know the trend has been started as a joke, as something kind of cute, but to me there's nothing cute about a woman.
Cute? I'm not feeling cute seeing all of these women go fucking broke, okay? I've been on a date with one girl who had this kind of a mindset. Now I'm 24. She was like, I was 22 back then. She was like 23. Holy shit, man. She was in a lot of debt. For the dumbest fucking reasons. For watches and jewelry. I wear jewelry. But this is like older than I am because this is from my grandpa to my dad and so on. And this has like quadrupled, maybe way more in price since then. So yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
And I think when you start manipulating the narrative to convince yourself that you're saving money or making it somehow, like if you did a return or got half off on something, whatever the girl mathy girls like to do, to me it really feels like you're giving away so much of your power. And the girlies deserve better than that.
And you might be watching this and thinking,
nobody deserves shit, okay? You're an adult. You live in the human world. Work hard. See what you can do. And maybe you'll get some luck, or maybe you'll be unlucky. That's it. Nobody deserves shit.
Steph, save your breath. I am never going to learn how to budget or save my money. I want to live. I'm going to buy what I want. I'm going to figure out the rest later. I get it. I mean, that's how I naturally am too. I'm not a saver at heart. I'm a spender. I hate numbers. They roll around in my head and they merge together, and quite frankly, they make zero sense to me. But there comes a point in life where you do have to become financially literate and control your money, or girl, it's going to control you.
If there's one thing I believe, it's that hot girls are financially literate. And by that, I mean being financially knowledgeable and independent is truly one of the most empowering things you can do.
When I see a girl who doesn't have like crazy insane makeup and she has like a cross, a lot of the times, maybe I'm biased. I'm not religious, by the way. I don't give a fuck about religion. This is just my experience. A lot of the times, they are a green flag. A lot, not always. A lot of the time.
As a female, I swear men try to gatekeep investing and make it seem harder than it is.
Now, I know that in the past, saving and budgeting and spending less than you earn sounded really damn boring. I get you, because I feel like that too. So I had to totally change my mindset.
It's not that hard though. You don't have to
It's kind of like being on a diet, right? If you tell yourself, I can't have chocolate, all you're going to think about is chocolate. All you're going to want to eat is chocolate, because you've told yourself you can't have that. So now you...
Unless you fill up with a lot of protein, and you're full as fuck and you don't want to eat. And if you see chocolate, you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm too bloated. Trust me, it works.
Want it even more. And so unless you have the discipline of a bloody monk, you're gonna eat it. I don't blame you. I would. But instead, if you change your mindset to be that girl who is so invested in fueling her beautiful body with high quality whole foods because she knows it's gonna nourish her and it's gonna make her feel good, suddenly that chocolate block doesn't seem as appetizing. It's the same with money and saving. You need to change up your financial mindset
basically
to make
saying
it
what
fun
I said.
Instead of a punishment.
Girl math needs a rebrand because women have so much specialized and early insight into the e-commerce, fashion, beauty spaces that I feel like we could make so much money on the stock market and perform very well if we put that knowledge to use.
The coolest it girls aren't just spending money, they're also investing it. If you've never bought a stock before or don't know anything about the stock market,
a lot of my friends have invested a lot in a lot of these AI companies. My God, if that bubble bursts, I feel so bad for them. but I'm intrigued to see where it goes. I wish the best for them. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine. I was literally in the same boat. I feel like I had a misconception that it's really difficult to get into the stock market. You need a lot of money to invest. That is not the case at all. You literally get an app on your phone and it's kind of like social media. If you know how to use TikTok and Instagram, I guarantee you'll be able to use a trading app. I wish one of the beauty influencers I followed when I was younger talked about investing.
The way I see it is I'm buying freedom instead of stuff. I am so sick of seeing my fellow females allowing themselves to fall into financial stress, whether it be by circumstances that they had no control over, or because they just never bothered to learn how to control their finances, or because they simply didn't realize that they could control their money.
All of that time, people, men and women, have just spent on scrolling TikTok, scrolling Instagram, all of this, right? Just watch one video a day. Let's make it a 10 to 30 minute video on investing. And just start. It doesn't take much. When you get the hang of it, you don't have to, it's not like a 9 to 5 job, man. God damn.
Instead of their money controlling them. I feel like men get conditioned from a very young age to make money, get rich, be smart with that money, whereas girls are almost...
That doesn't mean that they're smart with the money. Trust me, they're not. A lot of them aren't, especially younger folks.
Just encouraged to be airheads who don't have a clue what's going on.
Airheads.
I hate that for us.
I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Girl, you or I am just a girling yourself into debt.
Being in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, financial insecurity is so damn stressful. And it can suck the life out of you. Figuratively and literally.
Financial insecurity, you're going to have a lot of financial problems, plus it's going to give you a lot of stress. Stress will give you a lot of health problems, plus as you age, you're going to have a lot of health problems. And then you're going to see yourself, because of stress and age, you're going to look much uglier and older like I do, right? It's not because I'm stressed, I'm just ugly, you know? And it's going to stress you out even more. And then you're 35, 40, 45 with a lot of health problems. And kids who don't have enough money. It's fun. It is.
In credit card debt.
Very fun.
And I don't know what to do.
I have $52 left at the bank, lasts until Friday. Today is Monday. I have $135 coming out between now and then in credit card debt. A little bit stressed, but this is usually how it is for me most weeks. So if you do the math, we're going to be negative a little over $80. And I also
this
have
is so
33
baffling
miles
for
left
me.
till empty. I can get away with putting about $15 in my car. Let's just say we're going to be negative about $100. When I say I'm drowning in credit card debt, I truly mean I feel like I'm drowning in credit card debt.
And here's the thing that most people don't realize. You don't have to be earning 6 figures to become financially literate. You can literally be working at McDonald's, earning minimum wage, and still teach yourself to manage your money.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but it doesn't matter how much money you have or how much money you make. If you don't know how to properly manage your money or how to budget.
You think the students studying finance and management, and finance, we're studying finance analysts, whatever, right? In college, you think they have a lot of money? They're learning finances, right? That's their field. That's the profession they chose. If they can learn it, most students are broke. It doesn't matter.
Your money, you will always be broke. If every cent does not have an assignment and you don't use those assignments wisely, you will never know where your dollars went.
Yup.
Okay. It's less about how much you make and more about how well you manage it. You could be earning $400,000 per year, but if you then spend
and there's broke people.
$400,000 per year, at the end of the year, you're going to be broke. The age-old adage to spend less than you earn is an age-old adage for a reason. You need to live within your means.
One tip that I learned from the people in my life who are the best
below
with
your
money
means
is to pretend that you don't have it. The key to having money is to live like you're broke. And I don't mean be a complete cheapskate and never allow yourself anything and never go on vacation, but it's once you enter that next level, that next promotion, whatever, don't all of a sudden break your lease, get a brand new apartment, get a new car, do all of these things, because you're going to be in the same rat race that you were before.
Live within your means.
Why would you do that?
Your means.
And I promise
Below
you
your
this,
means.
learning how to manage your money is actually so fun and so inspiring and so encouraging because it removes stress from your life. It makes you feel more in control, and you'll find that you can actually buy things that you want and not feel that horrible crushing sense of guilt.
Buy things you need, not what you want. Okay, unless you're very rich and like have heavily invested in real estate, in stocks, and whatever, right? And you've got one or multiple businesses making money for you, okay? And you've got a lot of saved up. Just buy stuff you need. And when it comes to buying stuff you want, make sure Okay, it's something that's below your needs. You won't go in debt for it. Make sure that if it fucks up, it breaks, you have to repair it, or there's a monthly subscription, or there's you got to register, you got insurance for it. For example, a car, right? Make sure it's still gonna be below your means. Trust me, that works very well.
Afterwards, because you know you've got things managed, you've budgeted for it, you have the money you
Yeah.
need to control the other aspects of your life, and now you can afford that thing that you want, and you're not even going into debt to get it. I am going to link some of my favorite financial girlies and frugal content creators, it's like underarm hair, in the description box down below. So head down there if you need some inspo to get you going. These are the girls that I watch when I'm like, I need to kick up the ass. I am spending more than I should be, and it simply will
I'm
not
gonna
do.
give you a
In
few
my
tips at the
humble
end,
opinion,
just
there
how
is
I
nothing
do
more
it.
attractive or more aspirational than a girl who has her finances in control, whether she earns $20,000 a year or $400,000 a year.
Hot girls save money.
In 2026, being frugal is chic. Saving your money is sexy. Frivolous spending isn't. Having a budget
Yeah.
is bougie. Making videos on how much money you wasted in a day on stuff that you don't need, you probably don't even want, and you're gonna throw in the back of your wardrobe and never look at again, that is not it. Believe it or not, investing is fun. Watching your wealth slowly build and slowly grow is very, very satisfying. Way more
Yep.
satisfying than watching your debt grow.
Beloved, I know your credit card bill is high. Okay, so listen to me. Lock in. This is how we're going to save money and also get that dopamine hit, because oftentimes we don't really want the thing. We want the dopamine we've attached to it. This month alone, and the month is not over, I almost impulse bought $750 worth of stuff. So at the end of the month, whatever my number adds up to, I'm going to divide it in half. Half is going to go into savings. Half I'm going to do whatever I want with.
That's
Half is
smart.
because you're honoring your commitment to save.
Half of them in savings is
and that
smart.
is where the dopamine hit comes from. And with that half you're keeping.
So what I've done, let's say if you live in Europe, make sure if you live in bigger cities where there's amazing public transport, use public transport more often, especially during the day when there's like not that much parking and there's a lot of traffic. If you're in the US, sure, just make sure you buy a car. If you're a man, don't go fucking overboard. It's not cool to have this expensive, nice car if you can't afford your rent at the end of the day, because you're paying several hundred a month for your car. If you're a woman, okay, you gotta learn. You don't need 100 variants of one type of makeup for I don't know, 100 lipsticks. You don't need them, okay? Like, you can look very beautiful with as minimal stuff as possible, okay? When it comes to clothing, you don't need that much variance, okay? Oh, but I'm a woman and I have to do this. You don't need it. That's consumerism, that's marketing, that's the system, social media, brainwashing you. And you're under that influence. You gotta see that shit, okay? It's like one of those black pill, red pill are saying, oh, you're in the matrix, you have to get out of it, okay? You can see it the same way, you know? You're in the shopping matrix. And also, a lot of people say, live within your means. If you can, live below them. Fuck the subscriptions. Fuck expensive shit. What else? If you're renting, try and rent with other people. If you live in a place that's got good public transport, use public transport, right? You don't have to buy dozens of fucking clothes as well. Do as I do, right? Anyway, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Also, work on your health, because that's going to be one of the biggest financial burdens in your life, together with housing. Okay, I don't need to mention that, especially as you grow old. Have a nice day.